Hey guys, Wife here. So I'm trying to do just a basic intro to WeakAuras, but my first attempt at doing so came out to almost 20 minutes. So I'm going to try to cut that down into something really simple. I'm not going to get into the details of my specific UI here. That is going to be in the long form video. So I'm just going to walk through how to make a very basic, very simple aura. The add-on is not half as daunting as it looks on first blush. And the one that we are going to walk through today is the Moon Conform alert. So the Moon Conform alert is exactly what it sounds like. It is an alert that will tell me to get into Moon Conform if I am not. I created this not out of necessity, but out of a desire to make a really simple aura. So the way I like to customize my auras is by identifying first what needs this aura. So I only need it in combat because whether or not I am in Moonkin form is irrelevant out of combat. I only need it as a druid because Moonkin are only druids. I only need it for balance specialization because that is the only spec that has Moonkin form. You can be more specific. I choose not to in this case. The trigger is an aura. Basically anything that applies a buff or a debuff to you is considered an aura. The aura in question is Moon Conform, which I just typed in the name of it here, and it found it for me. It is checking me, the player, for my aura. You can check lots of other things, but we're not getting into that right now. It is a buff rather than a debuff, and it is going to check the inverse, meaning when I don't have the buff active. When it finds that I do not, in fact, have this buff active, what it's going to do is, when it displays the alert, it's going to play a sound, the wolf howl. Come on. And of course, it's not going to play for me right now because I didn't just select it. It's also going to make the correct button glow, that being my Moon Conform button. When it hides, it's going to turn off that glow, which is not really relevant because at that point the Moonkin button will be highlighted anyway because I've selected it. Now I did have to go back into my display and tell it to set it to Moon Conform because when I told it to look for the inverse, it blanked out my icon. So I just came in here and I said Moon Conform, and it's the correct thing. Clicked on it, and it displays as it does here. And so, and also under animations, I'm actually going to set the thing that I forgot to set before. I'm going to set it to a preset animation, and I want it to pulse to make sure to draw my attention to it by giving it a little bit of movement, but making it not super distracting, but just a little bit extra to keep my attention. So here we're going to see combat, just so you have an idea what my auras usually look like. I'm going to zap the dummy once. This is what it looks like when I'm in the clear. I'm in Moonkin form. These other auras are the work of Chubby Boomy from a guild called Dissonance. He was excellent enough to share them with Meech and myself via Pastebin. Now, let's try that again, not in Moonkin form, since this aura is designed to yell at me for not being in Moonkin form. Zap! Heard the howl. Here we have our little icon there, and don't mind the counter, that was from one of my other auras. So we're gonna zap it real quick to get back into combat. This is the problem of doing this in my garrison. Moon Conform, hit it, and the icon goes away. Beautiful. And so there you have it, just a very, very simple aura, very simple to set up. All of those basic settings are the same ones that you can use to control any aura, any type of aura that you might want to make. And you can be as detailed or as vague as you want. So I hope that that helps as just a very basic introduction. If you have more questions, I may be doing more videos, but you know, feel free to poke at me in chat, over Battle.net, what have you. I'm happy to share my limited expertise. I admit I am not an expert with this add-on, but I can do simple things generally with relative ease. There have been some that have given me trouble, but I've worked a lot of things out over time. So feel free to ask questions, and happy aura-ing. Is that even a word? Clearly not. Catch you later.